Alright guys, this is Kakeiso, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to install Ventrilo, the VoIP program. First thing you guys are going to do, if you guys don't know what Ventrilo is, it's just basically a voice over IP address program. You can read more about it later in the description of the website. The website is www.ventrilo.com. I will have it in my description. People call it Ventrilo. Some people call it Ventrilo. I know it's called Ventrilo, but I'm calling it Ventrilo because it looks like tree. No, it's Ventrilo. I don't really know how you pronounce it. However, description is in here, what you want to read, some latest news down here. However, for this purpose of the video, we're going to go to download. We got client programs here, we got server programs here, and a bunch of extras down here. We're only going to focus on the client programs today. Server programs I will have in another video. Client programs. If you don't know what kind of bit process you're running, go and find out. Google it. It's under your system properties. However, to save time for this video, I'm going to go ahead and download 64-bit because that is what I'm running. Hit I agree. Save file. Let it download. Viruses, double click, yes. So you want to run the installer once it's downloaded. It's only 3.9 megabytes, shouldn't take too long. License agreement, I accept the license agreement. I don't know who doesn't accept these. I wonder if there's ever someone. These things are very, very long, and I would not want the time to read it. Well, actually, I don't have the time to read it. Anyways, we accept. You can change the destination folder. I like the default. It's fine with me. I'm just going to let it install. I really need to change my background too. That catchy anymore, Corvettes. What? Alright, finish. I'm going to delete the installer. And now we have Ventrilo here. You will see this icon on your desktop, or your start menu, or somewhere on your computer. So right, first thing you get into here, the first thing you're going to want to do is make a new user. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go to, make a test account called YouTube. Usually it's going to be, your username on the game, someone that, people will know you by. You don't look like a random stranger. Phonetic description of work directory does not, doesn't apply to anything right now. Alright, there we go. So you want to, hit up the server, click the little arrow, make it, get a new server going. Again, YouTube. The name of the server does not matter. The hostname, IP port, number, and password do matter. The hostname or IP is an access, I want to say code, access number, access, something. It's something that people will give you, to gain, access to, get into the server. Usually they're going to be an IP address, something, replace the access with numbers. Sometimes there's 2 numbers, sometimes there's 3. Doesn't go any more than 3. Doesn't go any, well, yeah, go either 1, 2, or 3 numbers within these periods. For example, 74.256.32.10. That's an IP address. Something similar to that. Or if they went through, familiar provider like, MaxFrag or TypeFrag or one of those providers, one of those, services, it's going to look something like blah.maxfrag.org or, .typefrag.org. Something along those lines. Port number is along, again, something that they will give you. This is all determined by the company, and when the admin or when your guild leader signs up, this is usually what they get information to give to other people to access their server. Port number, That's too big. We'll go something like that. Password. Password is optional. Some people set a password to prevent intruders. Some, however, don't. I really don't care. Some, it's less work if you don't have a password. So I'm just gonna leave it blank. Resolving host name, yeah. I'm just gonna skip this so you guys don't, steal my credentials. Alright, so here we are back at, this is my guild, this is me, my character, server is available. This is what's gonna pop up if you enter the right credentials. We're gonna hit connect. Now you're in. As you can see, I'm a very lonely guy tonight. So yeah, now you're in, you got in. Perfect. What do you do when you're in? Well, you usually talk. Sometimes mics don't work, sometimes, you can't hear other people. That's why you're gonna hit over onto the setup. These other 7 tabs over here are not, don't apply to us right now. Just the voice tab for now. Make sure you have enable outgoing voice communications on. Push to talk hotkey is optional, however, I recommend it. Push to talk key allows you to assign a key so that when you push it down, your mic goes on, you can talk, you let go, and your mic goes off. However, if you don't have this on, your mic automatically goes on when it, detects sound. This can be good and bad at the exact same time. Good because you don't have to, push anything down, you can just talk freely. Bad because it can pick up some very strange things sometimes. I know this from experience. Trust me. Not from my experience, but from hearing it. However, moving on. Yes, just have this enabled. It's fine. Play key clicks. What this will do is it will play a sound to let you know when your mic is on. It helps. Once again, I mean, it lets you know when your mic is on. So it's a good benefit to have. Hotkey, click in the box, allows you to set your hotkey. I like mine to be the grave, which is, right beside, to the left of the 1, above the tab, underneath the escape key, because when playing my games, when I use the WASD keys, it's right there. I can just access my pinky. Use my pinky to access the key. I don't like using Shift Control Alt. If you're playing World of Warcraft, I recommend that you don't, especially if you use the Shift Control Alt keys as a hotkey in a WoW for some abilities, spells, whatever you are. Healing, you definitely would want to use Shift Control Alt as a modifier. So keep that in mind. Test with codec. You can test to see if your microphone's working. Mine's probably not going to work because I changed my microphone to a better mic. Let's try this one. So codec is Speaks, GSM. These two, I have no idea what these two are. Speaks is required for Macs. If the server is not Speaks compatible, Mac users cannot. They can enter, however, they cannot hear or talk. GSM is the Windows. Yeah. Windows. It's the general codec. This you can select your format. You can monitor. So as you can see, yes, my mic is working. The higher the number, the higher the pitch, the higher the voice. The lower the number means you're not talking at all. Begin. It's just very begin low. Talking. You can test. You can test. As you can see, I'll hold down my grave key. Begin. It allows me to begin talking. You can test to see. You can test to see, the quality of the sound, how high it is. Depending on that, now, I would do that before you mess with this stuff. Because if it's too low, you can use amplifiers to, your inbound slider, which makes your monitor, do nothing. It might make this go higher. Hello. Not much. That's because... Yeah, sorry. Testing. This that I have to modify. I can't remember. Testing. Right, okay. So your outbound is what other people hear, and your inbound is what you hear. However, I totally messed that up because I'm thinking input, output, two different things. So, if you want to make yourself louder to other people, hit the outbound. Move the slider up and down. The inbound makes, your speakers pretty much. These are amplifiers, remember, so they scale. They're not really going to, the quality's not going to be as good as the higher it gets. It's like images. It's going to get pixelated. So, if you know what I mean by that. So, keep that in mind as well. You can access your control panel systems for your microphone and for your speakers. Configure some settings in there, blah, blah. Output device and input device, you can choose what device you want to, need to use or want to use. Direct sound, I like keeping it on. I don't know why I wouldn't have it on. I really have no idea what it does. One time I got an error message saying that Windows 7, this will not run unless direct sound is enabled. So for that matter, I have it enabled. Moving on, that's pretty much it. Other guests will be in here, will connect, and you will be able to hear them, hopefully. Right-clicking on people's names allows so many options. Tons. I'm not gonna go all over them. Over all of them. There we go. But one I will, touch on is miscellaneous. Then you go to special effects. I can't click on it because it's myself. However, if it's someone else, you can go to special effects, and from there you can enable specific individual volume amplifiers for individual people. It's very handy in case one person's very quiet, has a really shitty mic. You can use that to help out. Anyways, I think that's the end of this video. Another thing I want to add on, you got your mutes down here, mute sound, mute microphone. That's pretty much it. If you need help, click on help. If you need help, you guys can message me, comment, do all that good stuff on YouTube. Have fun, guys, and stay tuned as I will show you how to make a free server using your own computer. Alright, see you later, guys.